your girl, She Needs No Intro, and it's another Let Me Talk Tuesday. Now, guys, I wasn't going to post today. I was going to take a personal day from posting because I really couldn't think about what I want to talk to. There's a lot of things coming to mind, and this video is probably going to be the quickest or the shortest video that I've made since I've started this, because your girl's going to take herself to the movies. I want to go see a movie. I want to get out the house. And the rain has been messing with me all day. I've been in my feels. I want to just go do something. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I love that colleagues at work literally ask me, like, what are you talking about today? Or what's Let Me Talk Tuesday going to be about? Like, I love the energy. And I'm hoping that when the school year ends, which is on the 23rd, that I'll be able to take my videos to the next level, like pre-recording and then editing and then posting a final product. As of right now, I'm still going live. This will be my sixth. Is it? I think so. Video. So, yeah. Let me talk. So, this past weekend, Sunday, June 8th, Vontè graduated high school. Now, of course, Vontè did not physically graduate, but Vontè earned himself his diploma even after death. And my nerves leading up to Sunday was like through the roof. Like, I was definitely anxious throughout the week and thinking, like, am I really going to do this? Am I going to be able to show up and accept his diploma on his behalf? All these things, like, I was just worried about and tripping about. But I was able to do so. And, you know, my family showed out. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures on social media with the shirts made. Shout out to April and Evelyn for hooking up and getting us our shirts in time for his graduation. But yeah, the family came out to support, as they should, as they would if Vontè was still here. And I just love my family for that. Big ups. Big ups. So today, I was talking to my mom, and like, this is like the third or fourth event we went to that either his school or a program he was in, participated in, did like a graduation ceremony, because 2025 he was graduating from a lot of the programs he was in school as well, amongst other things. So we've gone to a few events on his behalf, and every time we go to an event, the next day or that, like, it's like we go 10 steps back, like from like if it were right back to day one of like losing him. And like the family just takes it so hard. There will be lots of sun. With a high of 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Alexa, stop. See, Alexa always be trying to make guest appearances. Like, she is not a paid actor. I'm telling you right now. I don't know why I think Vontè had made a setting. That needs to stop. So I was talking to my mom. My mom's been struggling these last few days since his graduation. And, you know, she said it. She was like, it's just like every time we go to one of these events in honor of him, she was like, I just can't help myself but to say over and over again, like, he should be here. And like, she can't believe, like she says, like, I can't believe he's not here. Like, it's like so hard to fathom that he is really not here with us. And it's like, you want to celebrate him and like honor him, but like the feeling you feel after you do it is so heavy. It's like we're putting salt on injury. You know what I mean? Like, it is on like open wounds. Like, we're just suffering even more, even greater, because we're doing something that he should be a part of. Like, he should be here. And it just made me think, like, I'm not that messed up this time. Like, as I was talking to my mom, I was like, you know, when he graduated from C5, I remember the day after that and a couple of days after that, I was really hard. And then when his school did the fashion show for him, I was struggling, okay? Struggling. And like when certain things happen, it typically affects me the same way it's affected my mom and my other siblings. But his graduation, for some reason, I am so filled with joy more than like sorrow. Only because I know, I can confidently say, if Vontè was here, he would be really walking that stage. This is not something his school did to just honor him, like if they were just honoring one of a student that passed away and they were doing a gesture to show that they, you know, respected him and loved him. Vontè really earned that diploma. All of high school, he's maintained honor roll except one semester. He got a C in one class, and he didn't get his honor roll. I could never forget. I think that was his sophomore year. But every other semester, all of high school, even his first year of senior year, Vontè was still going to school when he was diagnosed. He was still doing online classes. He was fighting, but he only had enough strength to maintain his first semester, and every other semester he just was too ill to maintain it. But Vontè maintained A's, even while he was in the hospital. Okay, his first semester, and Vontè was big on his academics, and he struggled. Like, he had a learning disability. I don't know if a lot of you knew this. He was on an IEP, but he definitely valued his education because he knew that it was harder for him to do things than his peers, some of his peers. And, you know, his IEP, you know, he didn't get like a difference in work or his workload, but he did get extended time. He did get, whatchamacallit? God, I'm having a blank on my own son's IEP all of a sudden. Like, it's only been a year, girl. Not even a year. You just signed the IEP a year ago. Well, what is it called? Study guides. Like, before every test, you get a study guide. He gets to retake. He had retakes to some of his not like big assessments, but like quizzes and stuff. He get retakes. Like, he had certain accommodations that helped him maintain being successful, but like one thing he did not want a difference in work. He was like, I know I can do the work, it just takes me longer to get it done. So with that, Vontè would struggle when it came down to taking tests and assessments, because although he had extended time, sometimes the time that he got, Vontè would need a whole day. Some day, like when he had to take the assessment to get into exam schools, that was hard to maintain for him to stay on there and do, like, within even the extended time that he had, was not even close to being finished, because he really takes his time. So when he earned that A, he really was appreciated and valued his grades, because he knew the work that it took to get to those grades, and he maintained himself academically. But I can't help but to think this award, Vontè deserved this award. Like, he earned his diploma, and I'm just so grateful that I can say that I have it in my possession, that it's here with me, that his school honored him in that way, and still spoke about him at the graduation. The graduation is not only about Vontè, it's about the class of 2025, the KP class of 2025, but to still take a moment and acknowledge him and talk about him, like, that really meant so much to me. And I will forever be grateful and appreciate King Philip Regional High School for showering my baby with love. I really do appreciate it. But ultimately, this feeling of joy that I have from the fact that my son earned his diploma, it's like not being overshadowed with sorrow. And that feels so good to me right now. Because my heart is filled with sorrow. But I'm getting to a point that I'm not trying to let my grief dictate the whole course of my mood all day, every day. And some days it does get the best of me. Today I was fighting. I was in there fighting because my grief today was trying to get a sister down, and the weather did not help. And I found joy in going to my students' portfolio. I stayed till a little after 4 today. No, it was 4 o'clock. It was 4 o'clock. Going to my students' portfolios. I could have left at 2:30. My day ended at 2:30. But I needed to fill my cup. And I was like, what better way to fill my cup than to go see my students and hear what they've learned throughout the year and their goals and what's next for them. That really brought me joy, because I'm really trying, as I said in other videos, trying to really focus on finding joy over fixating on what I've lost. But ultimately, this Let Me Talk Tuesday is just how many more events. I don't know what's next for what's next on the docket that we're gonna do for Vontè. I know his I can't even say the word, his death anniversary is coming up in November, and it sounds so far away, but like, damn, November is really right there. Like, we're really wrapping up June already. Where did this year go? Where did it go? So I know I'm gonna have to plan for that. You know what I mean? It breaks my heart that he's not gonna be here to go to college and move in. And, you know, I'm feeling real generous lately because I feel like I have a lot of friends who have kids and who's going off to college. And I'm thinking about starting, like, I want to do a foundation or do something in Vontè's honor, but I want to decorate someone's dorm, like one of my friends' kids' dorms. Like, there's going to be I'm going to plan to do it over the summer, but it's going to be like a whole little, I'm going to do like the celebrities, post, share my Let Me Talk Tuesdays, tag 5 friends, I'm going to have, you're going to have to do all that to qualify, okay? Because I need my numbers up, guys. But I want to do something because Vontè, like I think I mentioned this in another video, Vontè has his cart for his dorm room. Like, he already had it filled, like his Amazon cart. So like, he had what he wanted for his room already, and I still have that cart, like access to that cart. I'm not saying I want to give his cart away, but I'm just saying these are things I was going to purchase for my son anyway, for him to go to college. So I would love to give back and do something for my not my students, for my friends and their child as they go off to college. So let me know, like, if that's something you guys would be interested in, who, like, especially my friends who are watching this or who will watch it. Because that's where my heart is. Like, it's been on my heart for a little bit. Like, I want to do something. He would want me to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I posted a video that we did in the hospital the other day. And the way Vontè loved me and looked up to me and saw a person I struggle with seeing when I look at myself, you know what I mean? But he saw something so great in me. Like, I want to be that person for him all the time, you know what I mean? And yesterday, when all his teachers was like, you did a phenomenal job with him, he was just so phenomenal. Like, people just have, I haven't met one person. And of course, people are not going to, I don't know if too many people are going to be that real and say some F stuff to your face about your kid. But real talk, I haven't met one person who has met my son who just doesn't, that hasn't had like a story that like, oh wow, he's touched me, or he was that person. Like his teachers, people at his school, they just loved him. And some of the stories that they remember or talk about is just like, that he's really so much like me. Like, I feel like sometimes when we're together, my personality is so big, so I feel like it overpowers him because he's so chill. Vontè was a chill, calm cucumber, okay? But when when he wants to be silly and goofy, he can be. But he's typically real chill. But to hear how, like, outspoken he was and how he advocated, like, I knew all these things, but, like, to hear how other people saw him too, I was like, ah! And then they commend me and, like, you did such a good job. Like, all I ever wanted to do was to be a person that Vontè would look at and be proud of. You know what I mean? And for my friends who know me, y'all know I got some ratchet ways and stories. But Vontè don't need to know all that. Vontè know what he know, okay? But no, I'm gonna keep it real. Vontè knows a lot. He knows his mother. He done see his mother drag a bitch out of her car, okay? So Vontè knows his mother, okay? But I still want it to be a version that he would just be so proud. And the way he smiles when he looks at me, oh, I miss that. I miss that so much. I miss that so much. Because it's like the confirmation that I'm doing a good job. You know what I mean? And like, I'm glad I went yesterday. Because had I not went, I wouldn't have heard the stories. I wouldn't have, like, felt like I wouldn't have been doing what he would have wanted me to do. Vontè expects me, he has this expectation of me that I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to get it done. And sometimes that's dangerous because sometimes, you know, you ignore your body and listening to yourself when you need to take a break or when you need to, like, slow down. But I don't feel like this is a time for me to slow down. Like, yeah, I'm grieving, but I'm going to be grieving for the rest of my life. Like, there's no expiration on this grief. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's been gone for about to be 7 months. But like, what? A year from now, I'm supposed to be already together and figure it out? 8 months from now, 10 months from now, 6 years from now? So I'm always going to be grieving this loss because he's always going to be gone. As long as I live, I'm always going to be grieving his loss. It's just I'll be able to navigate and live through my grief differently, ultimately. But I'm glad I went. I'm glad I didn't call out of work today because that is my nature when it's been things like that for him. It's hard for me to go to work the next day. I'm so emotionally drained from it. But I didn't even really break down even yesterday. Like I was excited to see his peers graduate, his classmates, his friends. Like I was truly excited as if Vontè was there walking the stage for real. And I don't know what that is. Like it is so odd to me the moments that I show up, if that makes sense. Like the moments when I'm present and like persevering. It's odd because you would think that would be when you're breaking down. Even now, to be almost 7 months like out, and I can talk to you guys. Who the hell do I think I am? Hot stuff. Watch out now, because I'm telling you, I'm a problem. I need to keep telling that to myself so I can keep persevering, because this is not normal. Enduring this, the thoughts that I have in my head, how I encourage myself to even wash my tail. Yes, I said it, because it's a struggle. Like, I don't be wanting to do anything for real. And like, for people who saw my post on Saturday, and I have been like, in my inbox, like, oh, you look so good, I love that wig. You know how long it took me to get ready? Y'all don't understand. It is a process. So when y'all see that final product and y'all love it, tell yourself, she's really going through it for her to look this good right now. Because the better I look, that's how hard it takes me to get to that. I want y'all to know that. You see? I got sweats and shirts on. And I threw this one on today. It ain't take much. I didn't cry, I didn't break down, I didn't have no. It's easy to do this. When I do what y'all seen on Saturday, it is hard to do that. And I go through 60, yes, 60. I go through 60 personalities to get to that. Shit, I went through 60 people from the amount of wigs I've tried on before I settled on the red one, if I'm going to be honest. but it is just a struggle. So I am ecstatic when I could go through something like that, his graduation, knowing my baby's not there, knowing that all these people in this crowd are here for their families and they're going to watch their loved ones walk across the stage, but my child is not there, and still can smile, and still can be happy, and still can cheer on everybody else in the audience. Like, yo, I said it last week, superhuman. I have superpowers. I have superpowers. And that is one of the things I've been saying to myself. I look in the mirror and said, you are a superhuman. You are supernatural. You have superpowers. Because what you're dealing with, no ordinary person can deal and endure. And there's nothing been ordinary about me. Okay? Ain't that right, Cuzzo? Okay. Sorry, guys. Let's see my cousin on the chat. There ain't nothing been ordinary about me. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm about to get out of here because I said I'm taking myself to the movies. Okay? I'm going to go see Ballerina. And maybe I'll talk about that next. What that experience was like. I mean, I've done this so many times, so I'm probably lying. I'm capping. I'm not going to talk about that. I'll figure out what I'm going to talk about come next week. But I do like talking to you guys. And I just want to put it out there. I got up to 6 people on this live today. And that might sound like a small number to some people. But from having 0 to 6, I am grateful. So shout out to you for taking the time out. Because this is early than I would normally post. But shout out to you guys for taking the time off to kick it with me and let me talk. Can your girl talk or what? All right. So until next time, it's your girl. She needs no intro. And I'm out, yo.